He was affectionately known as the Pocket Rocket, following in the footsteps of his older brother Maurice with the Montreal Canadiens. Henri Richards won more Stanley Cups than any other player in NHL history, but it came at a cost. After his death, his family donated his brain for research. Now, 3 years later, they've learned he suffered from an illness they believe was caused by all those years on the ice. John Ngala has more.
The great Henri Richards. He sported the Bleu Blanc Rouge for 2 decades, hoisted 11 Stanley Cups, and showed his grit on and off the ice. In later years, Richard's health deteriorated.
Il avait des réactions des fois un petit peu exagérées.
His behavior was sometimes erratic, he says. He was eventually diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Then after his death in 2020, researchers studied his brain and confirmed his family's suspicions. He had stage 3 chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, a degenerative disease linked to repetitive blows to the head.
Je pense qu'il faut sensibiliser les différentes organisations ou associations.
Richard is speaking out now to raise awareness about the risk of brain injuries. His father joins a list of at least 16 NHL players studied who've been diagnosed with CTE.
We've consistently underestimated just how serious this is.
4-time Grey Cup champion Tim Fleiszer is part of the team that's releasing the results on Richard's brain. In a recent interview, NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman disputed the link between hockey and CTE and says it mostly affects enforcers, but Fleiszer disagrees. Henri Richards wasn't an enforcer.
These are guys who are highly skilled players, and yet they're still presenting with this brain disease and late stage of this brain disease.
He hopes with the Richard family coming forward, more people will take the risk of CTE seriously.
We'd like to see policy change. I think we'd like to see, like they've done in the U.S., where they've banned headers for children under the age of 12.
The NHL did not reply to our request for an interview in time for this report, but both Richard and Fleiszer hope there's a sustainable future for athletes to play their sport without suffering deadly consequences. John Ngala, CBC News,